It was raining in a beautiful, bustling city of Port Harcourt. A young lady had just walked out of the restaurant, trying to figure out if she should enter the rain, as she had not brought her car with her. And if she enters the rain, she was going to get all wet. What was she going to do? The moment she had decided to enter the rain, a young, handsome man quickly walked up to her and helped cover her with a black umbrella. The moment she looked up, she saw this handsome man. She had nothing to say, but the man had offered to help take her to her car. But she quickly told him that she had not come with her car. So the man offered to walk her to any nearby station that was okay for her, to which Chinyere agreed. Chuka, the young man, had asked about her, trying to know the stranger who he was helping. Chinyere introduced herself and also told Chuka little about who she was. Chuka quickly introduced himself to Chinyere and even offered to give her his complimentary card. But Chinyere quickly said that she wasn't with her complimentary card, but promised to keep in touch. So Chuka quickly collected her phone number and told her that he was going to call her when he gets home. The moment he stopped Chinyere at the closer bus stop to her house, at that moment, the rain had reduced drastically. So Chinyere thanked Chuka for his help and walked home. The moment Chuka got to his house, he couldn't stop thinking about this beautiful young lady he had just seen. She was beautiful. The way she spoke was very, very fantastic. And when he had finished having his bath and eating, he quickly called Chinyere to know if she got home safe. To which Chinyere thanked him for reaching out and told him that yes, she got home safe. Chuka was really excited that he could be of help. But as the days went by, he found out that he was attracted to Chinyere, as he mostly called her to know how the work was for the day and so many others. But over the period of time, their little check-up conversation turned to something serious. Chuka could not sleep without giving Chinyere a call. And Chinyere, on her own part, gradually started waiting for Chuka to call her. She always saw herself not sleeping immediately. She had this thought that Chuka will always call her before she goes to bed. And like magic, the two of them decided to start dating. Chinyere really loved Chuka's company. He was determined. Yes, he was a young man, but he was chasing his dream. She could see that Chuka really loved his job and also spoke high of where he was working. The pay was good, though he had a lot on his shoulder. He had his junior ones, his parents to send money to, but he was so determined to get to the top as his company gave room for promotion. If you do well, they were going to promote you. It was a free and fair company. Unknown to Chuka, that the lady in front of him was the CEO of the company he was working. Chinyere had acquired lots of wealth from a young age, not because her parents were rich, but because she had worked her way to the top. But she wasn't really known around the globe. She preferred to live a quiet life. She used the public transport whenever she feels like. She walked to companies. She walked to her place of work whenever she feels like. You couldn't see Chinyere and tell she was a CEO if she didn't tell you. That was the life Chinyere always wanted to live. She wanted to live a simple and basic life, believing that if she does that, she was going to find a man who genuinely loved her for who she was and not what she has. And with this, she had found Chuka, a man that loved her, a man that believed in her dream. From the way they conversed, it was like they were destined to be. And one certain day, Chuka had told her that he wanted to tell her something and had asked her for a dinner. Chinyere accepted, but it quickly flashed to her that they've dated for over 8 months. And she asked herself, does he want to ask me to get married to him? But he doesn't even really know who I am. So that evening, while they conversed, Chuka popped the question and asked Chinyere, please, will you get married to me? Chinyere was happy. She felt butterflies in her stomach. She was really, really glad. But she quickly asked Chuka, if my world should change, are you still going to love me the way you do? Chuka didn't understand what she was saying, but she quickly asked him, if this lady you're seeing here isn't the lady you thought she is, are you still going to love me for who I am? Chuka said, I am in love with you because you have a personality and know who you are and know what you've acquired in life. These words sounded so sincere to Chinyere's ears, and she quickly told Chuka who she really was and the fact that she was his boss. Chuka was a bit confused, and at that point he had the mixed feeling. She's my boss? He stood up, gave her the ring. The ambience of the environment suddenly changed, and she knew. Chinyere then told him, but you said nothing was going to change. Chuka said, nothing is going to change, but I don't know how you're going to feel about this. Are you okay getting married to me? Because for me, I'm okay getting married to you. I love you for who you are and not for what you are. To which Chinyere said, yes, I said yes. I really said yes, just I wanted to tell you who I am. That evening, Chinyere had gone home to share the good news with her parents. The moment she got home, her dad had asked her, are you sure about this one? Are you really, really sure about this one? Chinyere told him, I'm really sure. He didn't even know who I was until when I told him this evening. We've been dating and he just saw me as a normal person who goes to a company to work. Her dad quickly told her, I really hope this is a real one. I don't want you to get heartbroken. Chinyere said, Daddy, I'm certain. I'm really certain that he is genuine, he is nice, and he loves me for who I am. So the wedding preparations were made, but one thing Chinyere never ever did was to put Chuka under pressure. She told Chuka to plan the wedding the way he would plan his own wedding. It was not all about the money. It was something he wanted to do. How did he envision his wedding to be with his wife? And that's just it for her. She wasn't all about the big wedding and extravagant lifestyle. She had always lived a simple life because that was how her parents brought her up to be. Chuka was really, really happy that he had found someone that really understood him. She didn't care about the class, though she dressed in a very classic and simple way, but she wasn't all about trying to show off. And they had a very simple, unique wedding. The house was very, very beautiful. As Chinyere loved to decorate her house very, very well, she loved to make her house look unique. Chuka was really blessed. He felt happy. He was glad. He couldn't ask for anything more. He had found a woman he loved and a woman that loved him for who he was. So with this couple planned their life to work hand in hand with their schedule. Chinyere always presented her schedule to her husband, whereas also Chuka did the same. So they had to plan their life based on what they had to do for the day. The days whereby Chinyere had to leave early, she had to wake up very early, prepare the food they were going to take to work, and left even before Chuka had to leave. And it had been working well for them. They did the dishes together, did the laundry together. Everything was working out for them. Though Chuka had to always send lots of money home. So most times, he didn't have a lot of money to buy groceries. But he didn't feel it because Chinyere filled the gap the way a normal wife should do. She didn't do it overboard. She didn't make it feel like she was doing so much. She just wanted them to live happy. So Chuka never felt that his wife was even richer than him. They lived their life like a supporting couple. But things soon took a U-turn the moment Chuka's mother visited. One certain day, Chuka's mother called him. She was terribly ill, so ill, and the only alternative was to bring her to the city of Port Harcourt so as to take care of her properly. When Chuka informed Chinyere about his plans with his family to bring his mother to Port Harcourt so as to help take her to a very good hospital and cater for her, Chinyere accepted wholeheartedly. His mother was nice to her during the period of marriage. Not knowing that Chuka was working for her, she really loved Chinyere for. Chinyere was so happy to have her mother-in-law. What mattered to her was that her mother-in-law was fine. And during this period, Chuka's mother came to the house and noticed how everything was done. The house was properly organized. She was so glad. She was so glad that Chinyere was a very, very good wife. But over the days, she noticed that her son also took part in cooking. Her son also took part in washing clothes. This wasn't the lifestyle she was used to. She knew the women did everything, while the man just sat down in the living room and enjoyed himself. So one day, when Chinyere had not yet returned back from work, but Chuka was back and helping to make dinner, she quickly asked her son, Chuka, why are you making dinner for your wife? And why does she come back and leave early and late whenever she deems fit? Chuka explained to his mother that if she can see in the kitchen, they had pasted their work schedule. So they tried to fit into everybody's work schedule and tried to make everything okay in their home. His mom quickly asked him, that's not how it's supposed to be. Your wife is supposed to cook for you no matter the situation. Moreover, you eat frozen food. You don't choose anything to eat. So why don't she cook lots of food and put inside the fridge? Why do you have to cook the food yourself? Chuka told his mom, why are you worrying yourself over everything? We've lived like this for a period of time and we've been comfortable with it. His mom said, okay, well, you're comfortable with it now. What if the kids start coming? Will you still be cooking? Will you still do all this thing you're doing? Wash clothes, wash plates. Chuka said, Mommy, I will do them because that's what we've agreed. This is what we want in our home. His mom wasn't comfortable with it at all. And when Chinere returned that day, she called Chinere and told Chinere, please, I don't have any issue with the way you live in your home. It's your home. But I'm not comfortable with the fact that Chuka is also taking part in washing clothes and washing plates. It's not right. I don't think it's right in any way. Chinere smiled and told her, Mama, I didn't make the decision. My husband did. Chuka, your son, did. He decided to do it this way, and that's how we've been living. And Chinere excused herself and went to bed. But the next day, after Chuka's mother was done with the clinic, she insisted on returning back since she was fine. She told herself, I can't sit here and watch my son do all these things. It's irritating to my eyes. But when she asked Chuka again to stop doing all those things the day she was leaving, Chuka told his Mom, you won't understand. This is how we've lived and this is what we want to continue doing. Then his mom asked him, are you sure she's not your boss at work? Because it doesn't feel like love to me. It feels like you people are just trying to manage your life. Chuka laughed and said, Mom, no. I love her the way she is. She turned and told him, if she's your boss at work, it's not a big deal, but try to make sure that you're living a balanced life. That is all for me. And Chuka said, no problem, ma. But gradually, as the days went by, his mother's weight started getting into him. Truth be told, will he continue washing plate and washing clothes even when he brings forth children? Is it the right mindset to give to his son? But he never really wanted to stop, knowing fully well that they were trying to work based on their schedule. And they loved each other. They still went out on regular dates. And Chinere has never made him feel less of a man. Everything seemed all well up until they traveled home for Xmas, while men were conversing and everything going on well. Chuka never knew that his mom had returned back to tell his siblings everything that was going on in Port Harcourt. His siblings quickly asked him, brother, did they say you're washing plate and washing pant and washing clothes in Port Harcourt? Maka, why are you doing all those things? Is that not the job of a woman? Chuka was really disappointed in his mother, but he quickly said it out of normal sincerity. My wife is very rich and she's very busy. Do you know she has so many companies out there? So what do you want me to do, Kwan? I should time myself and wait even if I'm hungry. She's a very busy woman. It's no big deal. And his brother said, your wife is this rich. Okay, well, the words got to his mother's ear and she quickly called her son Chuka. Chuka, did I just hear that your wife is so rich and owns so many businesses? So where do you work? Because I know you work in a very good company. And Chuka said, I work for her. I was even working for her before I knew she was my boss. And his mother quickly asked him, so you're working for your wife. So why are you not the boss? Why are you not the director? Why are you not the CEO? Why are you working under her as a main manager? Chuka said, he has never thought about this. It's just a normal work and his pay is still good. If his pay wasn't good, will he have enough money to send to them? These words did not seem right in his mother's ear and she quickly said, and that's why you keep washing pant and washing plates. Chuka, take full charge. You are the man of the house. The way you're living is like you're not the man of the house. You have to take charge of your home. Be the man. Chuka said, but it's her job. She built the company. Will I go and take the company away from her? His mom said, I didn't ask you to do so. But tell her to make you the director so that you will be the one in charge while she's the one in charge of the home. Not the other way around. Because you're always at home. You're always at home on time. Whereas she's there running up and down, chasing one business or the other. You should chase the business while she takes care of the home. You already know about the business, so what's there? Chuka tried to reason with what his mother said. It's true, he already knew about all the businesses. He could handle them very well. So that evening, after having a conversation with his mother and his siblings, he had asked Chinyere if Chinyere could make him one of the directors of the company. To which Chinyere said no problem, that if he wants to, that she was going to make him, that she had never ever thought about it since he had never asked. So Chinyere promised to make him the director of the company when they returned back to Port Harcourt. So as the days went by, with Chuka filling all necessary documents needed to making him the director, Chinyere had promised to appoint him as the director when her father returned back, as her dad traveled out for Christmas and wasn't yet in town, as she didn't want to make him the director without her father knowing about it. Chuka was quite patient with it, hoping that her dad was going to return soon. During this period, Chinyere was in her room and her stomach was seriously paining her. And she started crying. Chuka, who saw his wife in pain, rushed her to the clinic. On getting to the clinic, the doctor had told her that she had ectopic pregnancy, so she lost the baby because the baby wasn't in the right position. This broke Chinyere. She had always looked forward to having her baby. Yes, she had been married to Chuka for 2 years but they've not really talked about a child, but she wanted to have a child. So she didn't want to talk about pregnancy because she knew that Chuka was okay and she was okay. Having to hear that she had a baby and she was losing the baby at the same time broke her both mentally and physically. She cried and cried and cried. Even when they returned back home, she still felt down. Chuka tried to encourage her that the same way they never planned about the baby was going to come. And when her parents returned back, Chuka was hoping that Chinyere was going to make him the director as planned. But that period, Chinyere was still wallowing in sorrows and pain. She wasn't yet back to work. Even when she went to work, she wasn't doing anything. But Chuka did not know, as Chuka was in a different branch. And whenever she returned, she didn't want Chuka to see that she was still in pain, knowing fully well that it was going to make him uncomfortable. But Chinyere was down, she was broken. So one day, Chuka had told Chinyere, your parent had returned for over 2 months and you've not made me the director as planned. Chinyere was still trying to explain to him that she was trying to get back to sanity, that she had lost everything. Chuka flared up immediately and told her, I don't understand. You did not plan for the baby and the baby came. The same way you did not plan, we're still going to have another baby. Why are you making it look like as if the baby is the reason why you don't want to make me the director? If you don't want to make me the director, just tell me. I won't worry you about it. It's your company. Chinyere was shocked. She wasn't expecting such a reaction from her husband. What was there to make him a director? It's not a big deal to her. But the way he had taken everything made her really, really upset. But she didn't say anything. She just left and went to bed. But she noticed that Chuka's attitude changed completely as the words of his mother and brother kept on ringing in his brain that if he does not make Chinyere make him the director, he was soon going to lose his authority as a man, that very soon Chinyere was going to control him in the house. So these words were ringing in his brain and he just changed his attitude, neglecting his wife. Even though Chinyere was feeling pain and feeling bad for what had happened, Chuka never showed pain. He never showed any sympathy for one day. So one day Chinyere told him, I can see that this child that I lost is not getting to you. I can see that you're not bothered. I can see that you don't even feel my pain. You think that you can just make babies the time you choose to? Are you God? The same way we never knew that I was pregnant. Do you think you can just make me get pregnant again? We've been married for over 2 years and we're just finding that I'm pregnant now. I lost the baby. And you're just there acting up because of you want to be a director. No problem. You're going to be the director. I'm going to speak to my father. We'll appoint you the director. I hope you're going to be happy being the director. Chinyere stormed out of the house and left. When she went to her father's house, she quickly told her dad that she had already processed all papers of making Chuka one of the directors of the company. And her father noticed that his daughter wasn't happy. She wasn't looking bright and happy the way she used to be. Though she had not yet told her parents that she lost her baby, her dad told her no problem. So what do you want us to do? So Chinyere told her dad that he needed his presence and they needed to sign some documents. Knowing fully well that Chuka was the director but was not entitled to any shares at that time. So the father came around and Chuka was appointed the director. And after Chuka was appointed the director, that same evening, Chinyere packed all her belongings and went back to the family house. When her parents saw her and asked her what happened, that was when she told her parents what was going on, that she had lost her baby and Chuka wasn't even paying attention to her. That Chuka always wanted to be a director, so now she has made him the director. Hope he's going to be happy being a director. Her mom tried to make her understand that this is not how things go. You have to explain your pain to him and everything. But Chinyere said, no one. Can't he see that I'm down? Do I have to see everything? From the way I've been behaving, I don't even concentrate at work. My secretary knows all these things. A true man would check up on his wife. Losing a baby isn't the same thing as losing one pair of an earring. So how come my husband cannot understand? Her mom tried to calm her down and make her understand that she had to take things one step at a time. But that same evening, the mom made her eat pepper soup and go to bed. When Chuka returned home, to his greatest surprise, he was shocked that no one was in his house. His wife was nowhere to be found. He tried reaching out to her, but she wasn't picking up. He quickly drove to the family house. On getting to the family house, he saw her car, so he knew she was in the house. But when he knocked on the door, he was gladly welcomed by Chinyere's parents, and he asked that he wanted to take his wife home. He felt that probably Chinyere slept off when she came to visit her parents. Chinyere's mom quickly called him and said, "My son, sit down." Chuka sat down and she told Chuka, "How is your marriage going? How is everything in your home?" This was the first time Chinyere's mother was talking to Chuka concerning anything about marriage, as she has vowed never to put her mouth in her daughter's marriage. Chuka said everything is fine, and she asked Chuka, "Are you sure? Why do you think your wife came here today? She had never ever spent up to 1 hour in our house ever since you both got married. So why do you think she's sleeping in the house today?" And Chuka said he does not know. To Chuka, he felt because Chinyere made him a director. But he was shocked with the words that came out from Chinyere's mother's mouth. And she quickly told him, "Do you know the pain of losing a child?" Chuka was looking at her lost. "Do you know my daughter had been crying, weeping in deep pain because of that child she lost?" Chuka was shocked. He had not seen those signs in his wife. So Chinyere's mother said, "Okay, go and ask her secretary about her schedule. If she had gone for any meeting ever since she lost the child. Have you even tried knowing the way she felt? Have you even tried knowing if she was eating? Or was it because she comes back every day smiling, you think she was okay? Do you think my daughter cares about this director thing? She loves you because she felt you're a genuine person. I don't want to start doubting you. I still want to see you as that good man that loves my daughter. And I don't want her to start feeling bad. I want you to go back home, think about everything that had happened, think about this whole scenario. Come back tomorrow and pick your wife. In less than 24 hours, make sure my daughter is not in my house again." Chuka thanked her and left. That evening, he quickly called Chinyere's secretary to confirm everything her mom has said, and lo and behold, it was true. Chinyere comes to work every day but did not do anything. All she does was sit down in her office and think about the baby she had lost. These words broke Chuka's heart. To him, he felt that it was just a baby and they could make another baby. But he never knew that Chinyere did not take it lightly the way he took it. Now he understood that he missed out on the part he's supposed to be a good husband because he was chasing being a director. And that night, He thought about the whole thing while he went to bed. The next morning, he had sent Chinyere a message and also tried to send a gift to her in her mom's home. And he also tried to send gifts and chocolates to her in her mom's home. That evening, when he came to pick her up, Chinyere's mom showed him where Chinyere was in her room, as she had not even come out throughout the day. She just needed the time to rest. Chuka went, opened the door, and went to his wife. He hugged her tightly and apologized for being ignorant of her pain, ignorant of what she was really going through. He promised to make up for everything. He promised to be present in her life. He promised to make sure that he didn't choose work over her. Chinyere looked at him and said, I'm sorry that I came back home. I just needed to clean my head. It felt like you didn't understand what I was going through, so I just needed to clean my head. Chuka apologized to his wife and carried his wife back home. When they got back home, Chuka took her to bed and made her feel comforted. And gradually, he made sure to talk his wife through the process of losing her baby. He wasn't no longer harsh. He wasn't thinking about it as if it was a regular thing and it was normal. He gradually spoke to her and they walked through the process. Chuka now found himself understanding Chinyere more. Knowing that Chinyere was that soft person, he found himself loving her the more. To her, director or no director, she just needed her husband. She didn't care about all those things. Chuka loved his wife, and gradually, Chinyere took in again. And as if God was blessing her for her loss, she took in and she was pregnant for twins. Chinyere was happy. Chuka was excited. He could see joy in her eyes. This was his wife. She was back to being normal. Chinyere nurtured her baby, carried her baby, loved her baby, and when it was time, she gave birth to her bundle of joy, a boy and a girl. And during this period, Chuka really understand that everybody's home cannot be the same. As the same thing he always did when he was a main manager, he still did it. He still took care of the home. He still helped in washing plate and washing clothes. It was nothing to him. Not because his wife made him do it, but because he cared and wanted to help. And he also tried to train his children that helping your wife does not make you a lesser being, even though you work for her or you don't work for her. What matters in every home is that the respect is being given. Chuka loved his wife and nurtured his home, throwing those words he had heard from his village, from his brothers. He now saw life from a different perspective. Chinyere has never made him feel less. Chinyere never forced anything on him. If he didn't want to drive any car that belongs to her, he was permitted to do whatsoever he wanted. She never made anything an automatum in his life. Chuka loved his home and worked towards his own dreams with his wife and not what he had heard. Now he had a different perspective. Yes, it might be different in another person's home, but his home was different and he should work with that. The family grew to become a very beautiful home. While the children grew up, their parents taught them to love one another, respect one another, and acknowledge one another's feeling. Thank you very much for listening to the story of the day. This story is serving as an encouragement to people out there. A lot of people are always there to give marriage advice to someone. But the truth there is that we don't know what is going on in their home. For Chukwuma would have lost a good wife because of what his mother and his siblings had told him. Sometimes we should act with what we have in our home and not with what we've heard outside. It is true that yes, the case might be different. Probably Chinyere might turn out to be a bad person and control him. But in this particular scenario, Chinyere wasn't a bad person. All she needed was a man who loves her. And when Chuka realized that he had made a mistake, he quickly went back to the drawing board and fixed everything. He was glad he did so, and he enjoyed a beautiful home. Thank you very much for listening to this story. We still remain your favorite storyteller, Zika. Please don't forget to support us by liking our stories, sharing our stories to your loved one, turning on the notification bell to get more interesting stories like this. To meet again in our next. Bye for now.